Section 32 of Christmas and Christmas Lore. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Christmas and Christmas Lore by Thomas G. Crippen. Section 32. Christmas Candles. In a carol of the earlier half of the 19th century we read, "Then be ye glad, good people, this night of all the year, and light ye up your candles. His star is shining near." Christmas candles can claim a high antiquity. The Jews, at their yearly Feast of Lights, in addition to the lamps or candles necessary for illumination, set up many others in honour of the feast. And when our Christian ancestors transferred the name from the Feast of Dedication to that of the Nativity, they took over this custom also. It seems to be alluded to by Tertullian, in a passage already quoted, in which he denounces the festal use of lamps as pertaining to heathenism. It was usual all through the Middle Ages to set up on Christmas Eve, both in church and hall, one very large candle in remembrance of the Star of Bethlehem, or perhaps in remembrance of the words of Simeon, who spoke of the Holy Child as "a light to lighten the Gentiles." In the buttery of St. John's College, Oxford, there is, or was, a large stone candlestick ornamented with the Holy Lamb, and specially reserved for this purpose. In Scotland, before the Reformation, if the great Christmas candle went out before midnight, it was thought to portend some great calamity to the family. If it continued to burn, then some time after midnight it was extinguished, and the remnant carefully preserved to be used at the lyke wake, that is, death watch, of the head of the family. In Ireland the Yule log is little regarded, but the Christmas candle is of great importance. It is of large size, sufficient to serve for New Year's Eve and Twelfth Night. If there is not a candlestick big enough to receive it, some homely substitute is contrived, perhaps fashioned out of a large turnip. Before lighting it is decked with holly, or with coloured paper cut in fantastic patterns. A similar custom is said to exist in Finland, and in some parts of Germany. Early in the last century it was customary in Lancashire villages for the children, on the day before the holidays, each to bring a candle to the schoolmaster. And within living memory, grocers and chandlers used regularly to give large Christmas candles to their customers or their children, a fashion which only died out as dips and moulds gave place to improved methods of illumination. In a colliery village near Oswestry, Salop, early in the last century, it was customary in the evenings of Christmas week to carry about the street boards covered with clay in which were stuck lighted candles. This custom was confined to the colliers. Its origin and meaning seem to be quite forgotten. In Norway it was usual on Christmas Eve to arrange all the silver and polished pewter in the house so that the light of the Christmas candles should shine on it, as if in benediction. In West Jutland 2 large candles were lighted to represent the householder and his wife. Whichever of them burnt the longer, it was supposed that its representative would outlive the other. Usually in all the Scandinavian countries the Yule candle had to burn all through the night until the sun arose. It should then be extinguished by the father or the oldest member of the household. The remainder of the candle was smeared on the plough, or used to make the sign of the cross on the cattle, or given to the poultry, or in some other way used as a charm against ill luck. End of section 32.